The Hash It Out Show is brought to you by Barreto Home Solutions, Bayou Audio and Video, Hot Works on the North Shore, JFK Martial Arts in Mandeville and Covington, Lil Dizzy's Cafe, The Green Law Firm, personal injury attorney, Kaylin Parker of Magnolia Wealth Strategies, Moe's Pizza, Lance's AC and Heating, CC's Children Blocks, The Pierre Family in Lafayette, Louisiana, Drums.
Hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move, 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 move. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB the Sports Guy, and I ain't rocking no hat today. What's wrong with me? My goodness, boy. What's going on, man? I ain't rocking the hat. I must be losing my mind, man. I don't know. But the show goes on, baby. The show goes on. Oh, we got a good one for y'all tonight. 7:30. All-state girls basketball player, also state champion winner from a couple seasons ago, star at Ponchatoula, one and only Alyssa Hillard will join us, and she's going to tell us about why she chose a particular school and all that other good stuff we're going to get to talk to her about. As you see, I got VK Jones on the other side. What's happening, VK Jones?
Ball men on campus on the air, baby. Gotta
Yeah.
love it, man. Gotta love it. Man, like, tag, share, subscribe to the Hash Out Show, all social media platforms. JB is gonna put the link on the bottom of the new Hash It Out Show website. So we appreciate y'all. Like, tag, share, subscribe. Continue to support us and everything. And we're looking forward to having Miss Hillard on the show. Hi! You thought I wasn't ready. I'm ready tonight. I'm ready. So that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a good one. We're leading, all roads lead to the NFL draft, which is tomorrow. We will have our what you call that, our watch along show or whatever we're doing
Watch
tomorrow.
along party.
Party, yes, we're doing that tomorrow. And there's a time that we're all gonna blow up tomorrow ourselves and under the lights, teaming up together tomorrow doing this big time watch along. So you're all invited. Come on through, watch and check it out, and we're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow. But we're gonna have some fun tonight on the Hash It Out Show.
Have a lot of fun. Period. 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 Speaking of the draft, certain someone that we talked about yesterday all of a sudden is getting a bunch of hate. And I just don't understand it. Like, where's this coming from? Where's this coming from? I just don't understand it. Hate for Shador Sanders has reached new heights before the draft. You know, we talked about it yesterday, how all of a sudden he was dropping in the draft, and now all of a sudden there's hate. A longtime NFL coach said this. He wasn't named, so that's what kind of like ticked me off. But he said when it comes to Shador Sanders, it was the worst formal interview he ever been in his life. Anonymous coach. He said he's also entitled. He takes unnecessary sacks. He never plays on time. He has horrible body language. He blames teammates. But the biggest thing is he is not that good. Now I'm sorry, because A lot of other coaches and general managers said that is nowhere near true. Some people came out and said that is blatantly false. Now, Kyle Brandt, who works on NFL Network, was very upset about that. He was upset. Um, Tom Pelissaro sat there and said that he was watching the receiver, and multiple times he was like, "Who's the quarterback? Let me go rewind it," and was like, "Good guy, this guy is good." Should talk about Shedeur Sanders. Um, Pete Thamel, he said he called a few college coaches today who played Shedeur. Got an interesting response from Nebraska's Matt Rule, who feels like Sanders would thrive in the New York spotlight and that he would take him number 3 overall without a question, said Matt Rule. So, also, Brian Howell, having covered Sanders for 2 years, I find the hits on his character mind-boggling. The Shedeur I got to know is a leader, well liked by his teammates, tough as nails, engaging with the media after wins and losses, supremely confident. So why all of a sudden that this guy is getting so much hate, VK?
I'm like this. I don't know who. So is a retired NFL head coach who said that?
They just say it's anonymous, an anonymous NFL coach.
Well, this started to remind me so much of that stupid scout who said what he said about freaking Geno Smith. And I still ain't forget that to this day. To this freaking day. Because that freaking scout said almost similar to what the coach said. This coach about Geno Smith, about Shedeur. Same exact thing. And I made that point on my radio show years ago. And I said it myself about that scout that he's a straight idiot. It's like, dude, have you watched the damn games? Have you watched them? Because if you ain't watched that, what in the hell wrong with you? It's really plain and simple. When you look at the Geno Smith case, West Virginia have the probably by far the worst defense in college football history, and he had to carry that team on his back. Now, forwarding all these years later, and you're seeing how Geno Smith's turning out now in the league. Took a couple years, but now Geno is proving everyone wrong, especially that scout. Now, whoever this coach is, he must got some salt in the wound for Deion Sanders. Must have been watching and just did not even care and just felt like, hey, how about I put some salt in the wound and just maybe say something to the owners and scouts. Thank goodness some of the scouts and owners are looking at it another way. And that's huge for Mac Rule to say what he said. That's big respect. So that just shows right there and now. I'm like, come on, man. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, throwing salt in the womb. Like, you don't understand the consistency that this man has really put along in the last 4 years. In the last 4 years to adjust to the college game, to adjust to two different levels of competition. For him to have a winning record, to him to have a 75, over 75% accuracy, for him to really play in a consistent manner. Now, the only thing I take away from Shedeur, yeah, he does hold the ball too long. That's the only takeaway. Everything else, everything matches the package. He's a total package. And that coach said what he said. I'm sorry, whoever it is. And of course, they're going to keep it anonymous. This is the freaking fail. They're always going to protect. Always. They're going to hide it. They're not going to reveal. But at the same time, whoever said it need to get the head checked. They really need to get the head checked, or not just that, they need to get chin checked, because that right there, that ain't cool, bro. That's just straight up like putting salt in the wound, and not just throwing all kind of shade, bro. Like, bro, you already making a lot of money. What Shedeur did to you? That's what I want to know. What that man did to you that you gonna come out and say that, or you really truly have a hate for Deion Sanders? Let's just be real with it. Like, come on. It just don't make sense that certain people or coaches or scouts want to throw damn salt in the game and not looking at the whole package and just looking at one little flaw or two little flaws instead and just trying to look at maybe one of their guys. Oh, that's not my guy. That's not my guy. So we don't care. That's not your guy. If that coach is a current coach in the NFL, well, we know you ain't gonna take him, but somebody's gonna take him. And I hope to God we find out if it's a current coach and Shador plays for the team and plays against that team. I hope Shador roast them so bad that coach will never speak upon him again. Shador has it on his mind right now, and he's gonna if that coach is a current coach, oh, he gonna roast them, and he gonna say, "Keep my dang on name out your mouth."
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, man. The hate that Shador is getting, and the talk of him falling out of the first round of the draft, is, to me, horrible. It's horrible. I mean, I don't know why anyone would speak ill of Shador. I don't. I would have to say that if any ill talk of Shador is due to people probably not liking his father. That is the only thing I can think of. That's it. Shador is a confident guy, just like his father. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So why all of a sudden would there be hate to hurt this guy's status in the NFL draft? I really don't understand it. I don't. Now, Stephen A. Smith brought up a good point this morning on First Take that maybe some people feel like if you get Shador, you got to deal with the baggage that comes with Deion Sanders himself. I don't think Deion gonna be involved like that. I don't think so. I mean, we heard what he said, like, yeah, there's only a couple teams that my kid not gonna go to. We heard that early, and it was the wrong thing to say. But I think Deion kind of took a back seat to that since then. I think he realized he shouldn't have said that. So I don't think Deion's gonna be that type of person. I really don't.
Deion right now,
He got to worry about Colorado and moving forward. I don't think he's gonna be trying to step in and step on Shador's shoes to get a point across to the organization, and I don't think so. I think Shador gonna be his own man. I think Shador gonna be fine. To jeopardize this guy's character is horrible. It's horrible, and it shouldn't be done because the guy is really a stand-up person. I mean, think about it. He led a Colorado team with one of the worst offensive lines in college football. You saw him take a beating almost every game. Yeah, he held onto the ball a little bit too long at times. Yes, we're right about that. But just imagine also if he had an O-line that did protect him. Just imagine that. Imagine it, people. So I never heard him blame teammates for loss. I never heard him criticize and all that. I never heard none of that from Shador. Period.
Now I ain't gonna lie, I did hear it. I did see one time, one week, he did put the offensive line kind of under the bus, and I did see it one week. But at the
In the
same time,
media?
when I in the media, in a press conference, he did say something about that. But at the same time,
Well, I'm sure he won't do it again.
no, he won't. And I know Deion probably talked it, but at the same time, looking at the overall game, I can understand why Shador said what he said. When you look at the game like that, you don't want to throw nobody
Yeah,
under the
but
bus.
you
Yeah,
you
you
you mentioned
don't
that to them in the locker room.
in the locker. Yeah, it should be more in the locker room. I get it, but I look at it both sides of it. Both, you need to
You
do
want
it
me
a
to go
certain way.
outside and throw you under the bus?
I, look, here's the thing.
No, no.
No, I
You
don't. I
don't
don't.
want
I
you
don't
don't
want
want to be
to disagree.
disrespected. right?
Yeah, you
All
don't
right,
want
so
to
you
get
don't do that.
no, I'm not listen, this is what I'm saying. Listen, I don't want nobody to get disrespected, okay? I
Yeah, but
don't
you're
want
trying to say you see both sides of it.
no, I'm saying that because sometimes people feel a certain way. Because I ain't gonna lie, the way Shador felt, he felt like what the WTF. That's what he felt like. When you sometimes like that, your mind is gone because it's like, bruh, I don't like to throw people on. It's like all kind of stuff because that one particular game, things just didn't really go their way at all.
A
And
couple
it's just
games like
like,
that.
bro, and some I'm just saying the way it went, and then in the game it went too. Like the offensive line was like he didn't say it was terrible. He would just say it was just bad play and all that. It's just the fact that hey, you know, my line we got to get better, but at the same time, he didn't call him terrible. He was just like, hey, you know, line play wasn't that good. He didn't meant to do it. But at the same time, looking at the game itself, it's like Jesus Christ. I'm like, but at the same time, one side of I understand one side of it why he felt that way, but overall, you have to take that in the locker room. Overall, period. You do,
Got to, period.
you do, and I really think he should have just, talked with him and like, hey, what's going on? Because you look at when you look at him on the sideline, even some of the game film and the highlights, you see Shador
Running for his
right
life.
running for his life, but not just that, he goes to the offensive line and it's like, hey, what's going on? I got y'all, man. What we doing? What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Just to be like, not trying to go off on them, like he'll go off of sometimes, but most of the time it's like, hey, let's get it together. What we doing? We can't get our butts kicked every time. So you know, but
Well,
but overall,
the thing is though,
he's got to take that
he's
thing behind
he's
the scenes.
older now.
Yeah,
He's gonna be a professional. I don't think we'll see that again.
no,
Um, but
absolutely not.
you don't want to throw teammates under the bus, especially offensive linemen, because they might miss a block on purpose just to prove a point. You never know. It's just like the Rock last night, not last night, yesterday morning, throwing creative under the bus, talking about, well, I would have done the ending to John Cena, Cody Rhodes a little bit differently. And don't get me started on the Rock, right now.
Now, I'm gonna say this on the rocks. Not. No, I know what you about to say. I know what you're saying about that. I totally get that. Totally, he should have showed up. I totally get that. But I can see why he's throwing creative. Not just the fact of the
He
ending
shouldn't. That's a meeting you should have. You
meeting
don't
they
throw
have
them under
behind
the
the scenes.
bus.
You should have a meeting behind the scenes more
Yeah,
than
you don't go on TV saying that. You have a meeting behind the scenes. He
yeah.
shouldn't even talk about the main event. He should have nothing to say because he.
Contradicted himself.
I'm gonna slap the back of the Rock head, that big old head he got. Anyway,
Oh, you want?
he,
Oh, try and do that, bro. the Rock
oh,
is strong. Rock is
I
strong
will
dude now.
beat the mess out the Rock, bro. Don't let. Yeah, I will beat the mess out the Rock.
So I
I ain't Tyrese. Tyrese ain't beating the Rock. Me, I'm different. But anyway, let's move on. I ain't talking about no.
I guess
We
you're the
don't.
I guess you're the full-time champion. So for a reason, I guess in them hands is E for everyone. So I'm not gonna underestimate it. I'm not scared of you, but at the same time, I would not fight you. Period.
Thank you. Nah, I love the Rock. Don't get me wrong, but I disagree with his whole statement and all that. But anyway, no, we don't throw nobody under the bus. That's meetings you have in the locker room, meeting rooms, whatever. And if Shador did that, like you said he did, I'm sure he learned from it. Positive. But he's a good character guy, and I just hate to see this being brought upon him right now, where he's being said he's falling in the draft. And I just don't understand it. I
But
don't. You can't sit here and tell me him and Cam Ward aren't the two best quarterbacks in the NFL draft this year. Jackson Dart is a quarterback I liked in college. I did. But I don't know how he's coming up from not in the first round to all of a sudden maybe a top 10 draft pick. I don't know. I
but I
don't.
but I
But
think
I
but you
just
see that
don't
every year.
understand that Shador, he shouldn't be dropping in the draft at all.
You see that every year though. That's the
Yeah,
biggest
you see
thing.
it every year, of course.
Every year you always have that certain player. Remember a couple years ago, the defensive tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles, from Georgia.
There's a couple of them.
Oh, the I'm gonna do my due diligence
A
and look it
couple
up
of them.
right quick. because the one who was a rookie. Let me see. Let's see.
You got what, Jalen Carter? That one?
That's it, Jalen Carter. Thank you,
Uh-huh.
Jalen Carter. Who, remember, he got involved in some stuff and
Oh, I
everything. A lot
remember.
of people talking about, oh, he's gonna slide and everything, and yeah, he slid, but slid right to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that happens every year, man. Every year, there's always that one player. They're always gonna throw some kind of stupidness. They kind of did. They kind of did that with Josh Allen a little bit, but then all of a sudden, he's proving everybody wrong. So the biggest one we know of all time, we know who that is, Randy Moss, and that there.
Randy Moss. I got one. I got one worse than
Woo,
Randy Moss, bro.
really?
Didn't get drafted. That was a first round. He was supposed to go in the first round,
Give it
and
to
he
me.
didn't get drafted.
Give it to me.
Lyle Collins.
Ooh, right.
Lyle Collins didn't get drafted, man. That situation came up.
Or here's another one that was bad. I think what was worse than that was Laramie Tunsil. That was the worst one.
But I think Thompson still got drafted though.
He did, but
Yeah.
he
Lyle
could
was
have been.
first round and didn't get drafted.
Yeah, that was bad, but I still say I kind of say the Tulsa one would work because the thing about that, it was the fact he was slated to be top 10, and that stuff came out on draft night.
Lyle the same thing. Lyle was either the day before or the morning
Oh
of
yeah,
draft
yeah,
day.
the
Lyle
incident.
supposed to
Yeah,
be top 10 also,
that
and
was last night. That was the night before going into the morning.
Lyle didn't
Both,
get
both,
that.
both of them was as bad. Let's agree to disagree. I think
I'm gonna
both of
say
them was
Lyle
as
worse
bad.
because Thompson still got drafted. Lyle didn't
Yeah,
get drafted at all. Had to sign a what you call
free
it?
agent contract,
An undrafted free agent contract.
and he
Yeah.
wound up starting, and he wound up.
When I started the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Sure enough.
he
That,
he, he worked his way in, and Tunsil worked his way too. But I just I think the Lyle Collins both of them was bad. I think the Tunsil one tripped my head out because I couldn't even believe that. Because how in the world your alma mater sells you out like that? Sells you out like, bruh. I would think it would be maybe somebody in your camp, maybe somebody who's a hater, but somebody from the university. I get, man, I'm like, oh, Miss lost big time points with me. I said, you gotta be kidding me. Really? That could have been way before the draft. They just like, you know what? And I knew it had to be somebody from Ole Miss who probably didn't care about him, didn't give a damn about him, and felt like, you know what? And he's a big timer too. So it felt like, hey, let me just throw this in there. I'm like, really? I'm like, that guy, you're like, you better be fortunate you got your money got to be long if you're doing this, bro. Because if you're in the streets, you know what might happen to you. Just being honest. Because I'm like, bro, you can't play with people like that. You can't.
well, I hate to see this for Shador. I hope he get picked up. And I hope he falls to the black and gold
That would be nice. That
from New
would be real
Orleans,
nice.
not Pittsburgh. I would hope. But I mean, we will see tomorrow, and make sure you all tune in tomorrow right here. What up, Mr. Marcus Thomas? Y'all tune in tomorrow right here as we have our NFL draft watch party. Me, VK Jones, George Peppers, and under the lights, collaborating with us, Jordan Taylor, and the one and only Holden joining us. Oh man, we have a lot of fun tomorrow. A lot of fun. Waiting to hear what VK gonna say. Who to go number 4 and 5 and 6, and probably all of us
Man,
disagreeing
look.
with him and all that good stuff.
Man, look, I don't care. I'm just look. I'm having fun. As much as some of these people thinking that Jay Uso and Gunther was not one of the top three, I don't care. This is my opinion. But at the same time, I always say the draft is not one of my favorite events, but I'm going to do what I can to enjoy this watch along with
Gotta
these guys.
enjoy it, man. Gotta enjoy it.
I'm gonna try, bro, because I ain't gonna lie. It has changed over the years since I was a teenager watching it, and then going to a live draft when I first started getting in the business was like, oh God, I'm like probably the biggest waste of time ever. But I think the last couple of years with the draft being on prime time has been a huge help. So we're looking forward to have what we're gonna do tomorrow. I don't care, man. I'm not about to get no bickering with y'all. We're just gonna have fun, man. That's all it's gonna be. Agree to disagree.
We gonna
I
bring
don't
the
care.
bickering to him, cause you gotta get a VK rant going on something
Yep,
tomorrow. Gotta get a
man.
VK rant.
This,
Hollywood in the house. What up,
oh,
Hollywood?
here you go, Hollywood.
hmm Gotta get a VK
This
rant going.
this the only rant I can go with right now. You see, besides that and what's been going on with this draft stuff, man. That's just what it is. I know Mr. Peppers, who is not here, kind of not upset with me because he's thinking I'm throwing slander of the New York Giants. I'm like, come on, man. I'm not trying to throw slander on your team, bro. You see what's going on. Stop being blind.
Yeah, y'all be some other stuff. All right, we're gonna take this
Mhm.
commercial break, ladies and gents. When we come back, the one I call the underground secret in the recruiting world of girls basketball here in the state of Louisiana, the one and only Alyssa Hillard will join us right here on the Hash It Out Show.
Hi, I'm Erica Randolph, head coach of the Hahnville Tigers boys basketball team. And
are you in need of a new windshield? Leo Autoglass can help. For 20 years, Leo Autoglass have been servicing the New Orleans area with windshield replacement and auto glass repair. Give them a call today, 504 301 8353.
Hey y'all, this is Jen Hale from Fox Sports. You're watching the Hash It Out Show with JB the Sports Guy, VK Jones, and George Peppis.
Did you experience storm damage from Hurricane Francine? Barretto Home Solutions can help. You can give them a call at 504 940 7552.
Green Law Firm is a full-service law firm specializing in personal injury, criminal law, successions, and family law. With over 25 years of experience, the Green Law Firm continues to provide efficient, competitive, and effective representation to clients throughout the state of Louisiana and all across the nation. Consultations are free. If you're looking for results, call the Green Law Firm at 504-328-3990. That's 504-328-3990, located at 931 Westwood Drive, Suite B in Marrero, Louisiana. The Green Law Firm.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB the Sports Guy, joined by the one and only VK Jones, our next guest. She's a state championship winner for Ponchatoula High. She also is a all-state player for Ponchatoula, and she's going to play college basketball. But I'm going to let her tell us where she's going. But we have the one and only Alyssa Hillard. What's going on, Alyssa?
How are y'all doing today?
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Good.
Blessed. We got you back on the show again. So let's get going. Where are you going to play college ball at?
I will be attending William Carey University. It's up in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Why William Carey University?
Well, when I went on my visit to their campus, it was the players to the camp facility was very nice. Their practice was very it was like my type of practice, like a practice we would have at like Ponchatoula, and I felt like the program would fit me most if I went there. And then their food was amazing. That was another seller. Like the food was great. I'm not gonna lie. The dorms were pretty good. They had like a really nice size to them. And then I'll be able to share it with my teammates. And the girls were very nice. When the coach left, they were very nice and like welcoming. So I really liked it. I felt like home when I went there. So I decided to go there.
What kind of a player is William Carey getting in Alyssa
Um,
Hillard?
Well, right now I'm actually just leaving training. So we've been working on like pick and roll, coming off picks, reading the defense, the second, third person. So I'll be able to like be more of like a point guard and shooting guard if they will need. But I'm working more on like my handles more and like my decision making off the ball, on the ball, things like that. So hopefully a point guard. That's what they'll be receiving.
Okay, okay. You were coached by Coach Trish at Ponchatoula. What is
Mhm.
something you learned from Coach Trish that you could bring to William and Carey?
It's not about basketball. Even though you play basketball and you have to dribble a ball for like 2 to 4 hours, it's not about basketball. Like you have to that you grow when you play for her as a person, as an athlete too. But for me, on a personal level, like she taught me that life is not just about like you have to wake up at a certain time, be there 30 minutes before. So that means when you have to go to work, you should always be at work 10, 15 minutes early because when you're on time, you're actually late. When it comes to decision making, if you're going to make that bad pass in life, are you going to go down the right path or you're going to go down the wrong path? Like it's like about decision making. It makes you a better person because like you're being held to a certain standard, and when you don't make that standard, then there's consequences. So it's like it's preparing you for real life. Like it's not always about basketball, and a lot of coaches don't teach their players that. But I'm glad I was able to be coached by someone who opened my eyes on another spectrum. So she's a really good coach. I'm gonna miss her a lot. So yeah.
She is a wonderful coach. Um, Besides winning a state title, what has been your greatest memory at Ponchatoula High School?
Mm. Um. I can't really. Okay, I'll say the bus rides. I'll say the bus rides. I'll leave it at that. The bus rides are very eventful. Whenever, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear us? So apparently she couldn't hear us. So she's gonna log out. She's gonna log back in. We're gonna bring Alyssa back. Well, we heard everything she said. The bus rides, VK. Bus rides with the teammates. So let's get her back in here right quick.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear
Can
us
y'all
now?
hear me? Okay. All right. I
Yes.
don't know what
Yeah. All
happened.
right.
My phone's on do not disturb. Okay, so I'll say
All
my best
good.
memory would be on the bus rides to games and away from games. When sometimes losses, we would always turn up with like music. We would have like dance parties and things of that nature. So I would say the bus rides and like whenever people would come and visit us at practice. I remember someone bought a literal goat to our practice because there was a tweet going around about how Coach was the goat. It was my sophomore year, so someone bought a goat to our practice and we took pictures with it and we made a big joke out of it. So yeah, I'll probably say those two.
Yes, indeed. Who would you say you shaped your game after?
Um, Growing up, I watched Candace Parker and I watched Maya Moore when they were in the league, of course. But I don't really think I shaped my game after them. I don't really think I shaped my game after anyone, really. I just think I just try to be the best person I am. It's not really shaped after a specific person per se. It's just a person that the person I am, I want to be the best version of myself. So
Mm-hmm.
it's whatever that is, but I don't really look at it from, well, I want to be Candace Parker or I want to be Maya Moore. I would love to play at the level they play, but I don't want to be them. I just want to be my best version of myself, honestly.
Okay, okay. For some reason, I think of, and I know Marcus knows this person. I don't know if you know, but Cynthia Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia Cooper.
Yes.
I said how you can drive to the goal. I can think of Cynthia. How you got a great mid-range pull-up. Cynthia Cooper. For some reason, Cynthia
Mm-hmm.
Cooper comes in mind to me when I see you play. What my last question before I give it to VK. Um, what was the feeling that you had when the All-State team came out and your name was on the second team?
Um, Well, actually, I found out after everybody. I didn't even know the list came out, honestly. I came home and Marcus told me that I made All State, and then he showed me, and I was just excited. I didn't really feel some type of way that I was on the second team. I don't, he'll tell you, I don't want to say I don't care about rankings or like being top 10 or being on first team. Of course, that's a major achievement to have, but like
Yes.
the achievements I've had at Ponchatoula, me making All State team doesn't it doesn't show what I've done there. So like I didn't really have like a negative reaction to it. I mean, hey, there's over hundreds of girls in this state who literally didn't make the team. So I'm proud of where I made it. Of course you can't settle, but that's what I got. So I'm proud of myself for how far I've came, the person I
Yeah,
became, my skill sets developed this year. I got an offer. I'm going to scholarship for free. So I mean, I'm happy I made the All State team at this point. So I
you
mean, I'm
should
happy
be
for
happy.
myself. So
You should be. It's well. It was well deserved. You
yeah,
deserved it. Go ahead, VK.
Hey, Alyssa, how are you?
I'm
It's
good.
great to have you back on. I know it was interesting with the the recruiting process and everything, and it came
Mhm.
down to one Mississippi school, and then all of a sudden another came
Right.
in William Carey, and it seemed like they came at you at the right time because they had an unbelievable season, 26
Yep.
and 2 on the year. They lost in the second round to Xavier, but they
Mhm.
still had a great year. They're in a tough conference in the Southern States Conference, and
Mhm.
and if there's a chance, there's a couple times you'll have a chance to come home and play against Loyola. So that'll be
Yes.
really, really fun and everything on that one. But I wanted to ask you first, the William Carey program,
Mhm.
did the combination of the basketball program as the educational programs kind of won you over to just made you just like felt like, hey, we can sign it right there because I know we talked before about certain things off the basketball court.
Mhm. Um. Well, it definitely played a major role in my decision making because I am education. I'm very like I worry about school more than I worry about basketball, which I know that sounds kind of cliche, but the educational side of it, I really like the school, the program it has for my personal major. I'm going to major in. They have all my courses there, so it has a really good setup for me. And then it just happened that they have a very good basketball program. So it made it a double bonus. I was looking for education first with all my recruitment, like with everything. So that's why I chose them over the school I was gonna go to. So yeah, that definitely did play a huge role in my decision making.
Very much agreed. I know you talked about I think it's the medical field you was thinking about.
Yes.
And William Carey is well known for great medical programs out there in
Yes.
Hattiesburg. So it kind of when I heard about the choice, it just didn't surprise me at all that you know
Mhm.
that you probably chose William Carey and everything else because
Mhm.
outside they got a great medical program, but then basketball program is very doing very well on the girls' side. Now,
Yes.
when you look at you know the support, and I think your dad said turn the light on if you could, but at the same time, your family support, especially
Mhm.
your dad Marcus, your mother, and everything else. How much of that family support meant to you more than anything else? Because a lot of times, dad really looked out for you, especially Marcus, how he's brought you to practice and all that stuff, and then the support of your mom and everything. How much of that family support from mother, father, brother, and sister, everybody else?
Um, it's affected me like tremendously. I wouldn't be able to do anything without my parents, my family, my trainers, my coaches, my supporters outside of basketball, like fans of fans, like people that have family, friends that come watch us play. Like it means a lot to know that you're making an impact somewhere. Like your supporting group, it really take a toll on the person you become. And I'm happy I have a positive supporting group and people actually genuinely care about my accomplishments and my goals. So it plays a really big role in who I am. Again would not be able to make it anywhere without them. I probably wouldn't have the confidence I have today to go out and do the stuff I do on the court without them. Little do they know everything they say I do care about and I do really take to heart. So if it's negative, positive, I do hear it, and it's very good that you have someone that you can come to and have support from everybody in your family and around you.
Very much agree, and you got a family full of athletes in itself. Marcus was a former a cornerback, John Aaron, and also he played a little college football. But then on top of that,
Hmm.
you had an older brother that played high school basketball, wound up playing played high school basketball and football, wound up going to
Yeah.
college, and now you're going, but then you got a little sister and brother is starting to get up in there too, man. It's like it's a busy household
Yeah.
around the Thomas family.
Mhm. Yes. Yes, it's very busy around our house.
Yeah, but how it feels that the hard work is starting to really pay off for you.
It feels great. It feels great that the work that I've put in with Joe, my trainer,
Coach Joe.
and the lessons I've learned with Coach Trish, like it's like a breath of fresh air knowing that someone actually sees the work that I'm putting in. Because y'all are right. I am a very underrated player, and I'm fine with being that way. I don't really care to be in like the spotlight all the time, anyway. So I'm happy that someone sees the work I put in and the value I am for their program. And I'm glad that I got offered by such an amazing coaching staff and program. And I'm so happy and so grateful that I get to play with a team like them. So yes, I'm very excited.
Well, and the graduation day not too far away from you. Took
Hmm.
some graduation pictures and stuff like that and everything.
I
Yeah,
did.
and you said the bus rides is one thing you're gonna miss. Are you gonna miss the play? Are you gonna miss playing on the floor in high school, especially how you have developed yourself, and then not just that not just playing with your teammates, but playing against great opponents, and you went against some good opponents the last couple years and everything. Are you gonna really miss that competitiveness in that gameplay?
Well, yes, to an extent, I'm gonna miss it. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to go against some in college, so I'm just very curious to see how everyone evolves and how they come into their college experiences. I'm gonna miss playing with Coach Trish a lot. She's one of the best coaches out there. I'm gonna miss playing with my girls. They're like family to me. I hang out with them every day, so I'm gonna miss them. And I'm probably gonna miss playing against probably like Alana the most. Either Alana, Cherie, or I would say Cass. I really did like those three people. We played against them, and I like their game. I like guarding them. They're gonna be phenomenal players. So I can't wait to see how they evolve. Yeah, I'm just ready to look at everyone's journey in a couple of years and see the player they've become and the accomplishments that they've accomplished. So
I like how you so supportive of other players you played against. That is great.
That's big time sportsmanship right there. And I
Mhm.
see you and Alana had a
yeah,
lot of respect for one another. So, that's
yeah, that's my girl.
absolutely. Last question from me to you. I'm first of all, knowing you for a while, especially the first time Marcus introduced me to you and everything. I'm very proud of what you
Hmm.
have accomplished. I'm proud of what you've been doing and everything. And
Thank you.
growing up with Mark, it was something else, man. But seeing his kids doing what they got to do is very wonderful to me. And I'm hoping my
Hmm.
little girl can just, can be following up and be a successful person like Marcus and his kids. But at the same time, my last question to you is: what is your goals in life? What is your ultimate goal?
Okay, that's that's a big one. Probably the biggest one y'all have asked me so far. My goals first, again, education first. So I want to get my master's degree so I can go ahead and open up a building for dermatology. I'm very skin oriented. I really do care about my skin and like helping others. Like I help my friends with their skin breakouts or like their problems or whatever, and I get them right. And then another one is making an impact on someone's life. You never know what people are going through. You never know what's going on behind closed doors. So like kindness, like always be kind to people. I'm not really like a mean person. I'm never really mean. I'm always kind. Like if someone runs into me, I'll have a nice attitude, even if they have a bad attitude. Cause like you never know what someone's going through. So like always just spread kindness. And a third one is just never forget where you came from. Like a lot of people, when they are successful and they've made it to their ultimate goal, they forget their roots, and I don't ever see myself doing that. I'm very family oriented, and I'll never forget the people that helped me get to where I've become now. And after I open up my clinic or whatever, and I go wherever I go for basketball, I just don't see myself forgetting where I came from. And I just want people to know that it's okay to track back to your roots of where you begin your journey.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Dermatology, that's huge there because I think it's a wide open field, and on top of that, you know what I'm saying, I think,
Mhm.
you know, we need more and more dermatologists in this state, that just to be honest.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
right.
It's very true.
Alyssa, we are very proud of you and everything you have accomplished so far in your life. And on behalf of me and
Thank you.
VK and the Hash It Out Show, we wish you the best moving forward. And I'm gonna be talking to Marcus because Hattiesburg is not a far drive to catch a game. So thank you for joining us and the best of luck
Right.
moving forward, Alyssa.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having me and taking time to have me on y'all's
Definitely,
show.
definitely.
Problem.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
You too.
Too.
Alyssa Hillard and Coach Jess, if you're watching, you got a great player because I've always said that was the underground secret in basketball girls recruiting was Alyssa Hillard. I've always said it, and Mike Coppage posted in one of his stories that I said that. Oh man, William Carey getting a great player, but not only a great player, a great person. Everything she said about herself is the actual truth. I've only seen Alyssa get mad one time. It was after a loss. I had never saw her like that. I never saw her mad. She was mad about losing a game. And that's a good thing because it's competitive. You don't want to lose. It's a great thing. But what she said about herself is the absolute truth, man. And she's a great person, great player, man. And can't say nothing bad about Alyssa. Even talking to Coach Trish, she can't say nothing bad about it. Coach Trish said that's her hardest working player she ever had, VK.
That's huge coming from Coach Trish saying that because she didn't have some good players that she had coached over the years, and saying that she is more hard working than Womack, who was awesome in itself. But at the same time, she loves all her players. But I think it was something about Alyssa that really made she was so special to her. It's like
Yeah.
the way she had really developed and worked from being a bench player at the state championship team from becoming the starter and it helped them get back to the state tournament the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And you just knew right then and there that the elevation kept going and going. So she loved the work ethic, and that's why she probably really said it that way. And you mentioned Coach Jess, some of the assistant coach from William Carey, or
The assistant coach. How about the new head coach, Coach Jess?
okay, Jess.
I don't know
Um,
her last name. I don't know Coach Jess' last name, but she was formally announced as the new head coach today.
oh wow, Jessica Garaga, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's who I see on the staff.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just looking at the William Carey site and everything. Yes, Jessica Garaga. She is the head women's basketball coach. Looks like the former head coach must have moved on. So yeah, she was an assistant last year. Now she's the head coach taking over the program.
Coach Jess taking over the program.
Look like we might have to have on the show. On it seem like
And
this is a
I'm
consistent
with it.
program.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I thought of the
Absolutely.
same thing getting Coach Jess on here. I'm with it.
Yeah,
Marcus can tell us. Yep,
right.
Jessica Garriga. Garriga.
Gariga.
Garriga. Garriga.
Gariga. Okay. All
Roll
right.
that tongue with that R. Garriga.
I had
Garriga.
to look at the I had to look at the I. I thought it was Garaga, but you're right. It has an I, so it's Gariga.
Garriga.
So that's awesome. And if Coach Gariga is watching, please accept our invitation. We would love to have you on our show. We didn't have one of your conference rivals on the show, Kelly Kennedy, a couple times. So we'd love to have you on to talk about that program. Since it's not that far, we heard a lot about that program out in William Carey.
Hey, man. Let's find out when they come into Loyola, man.
Yeah, that too.
William
We
Carey. You got Tierra. We got Alyssa and William Carey, Tierra McPipe, who we had on the show at Loyola. Yeah. Yeah. We got to go.
I think it'd be good if we go to the one in Loyola and even go to the one out there because I think they do I gotta think if they still do
Gas mileage.
if they still do two games a season. I don't know. I gotta check with that if they still do the twice, because a lot of things have changed in college basketball. They didn't usually do the two times in a row, the two games in a row now. They just do the one now. But no, I'm looking at the past schedule that they still do the two game thing. So maybe we need to go to both that Loyola and in Hattiesburg. You know what I'm
We'll
saying?
see.
Because that
We'll
sounds
see.
like some fun trips.
We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, Tierra. Oh, yeah. Yeah, gotta go support our former guests. Go support them. Yes, both of them. But anyway, ladies and gents, we are back tomorrow at 6:45. Me, VK Jones, George Peppis, and Jordan Taylor and Mr. Holden from Under the Lights joining us. It's a Hash It Out show / Under the Lights collaboration we're doing. NFL Draft watch party. We want you all to join us. Want you to put your input on who getting drafted and who got drafted. If you like it, if you don't like it, we want all that stuff. Bring the smoke, ladies and gentlemen. Bring
Go
smoke.
go. Make sure you get your food together, your snacks, all that good stuff. We will do what we can to have the draft on and all that stuff. And we're
We can't
going
have the
to,
draft on. What you talking about?
huh?
The draft got to be on. What you talking about?
No, no, no. I'm saying we're gonna have the draft on the screen. We're gonna be talking. Have your snacks, all that stuff ready, and come. We invite all the Hash It Out Show people watching the show.
And under
Come
the lights.
along tomorrow, and
All
under the
y'all.
lights.
Under the lights.
I'm like this. We want over. I'm gonna
Here
say
he
this.
go. Here he
I,
go.
I
Here
have.
he go.
I
Oh
got.
Lord. You always want to say the number. Don't say the number. Because you be putting some bad luck on it. Just shh.
No, not now. A couple times I came through now. Come on now. Come on
When?
now.
When?
Couple playoff games and stuff like that. See the number that went up now. Come on now. They were
We ain't
having the
saying
St.
no
All
numbers right
playoff
now.
game.
Just we want everybody to come. We ain't saying no numbers. We want everybody
Everybody to
to
come.
join us on this watch along
I,
draft party.
I just want big numbers, man. Because
Okay, yeah.
blowing up.
That's it. We want big numbers. You just don't say no number right now. We want big numbers, yes. Don't say no numbers. But we invite everybody tomorrow. Tell your friends, tell your family, cousins, nieces, nephews, uncles, aunties, mamas and daddies. Tell them all.
Forget that. Forget ESPN. Come over here.
That's right.
Come over here. We gonna give you the real tomorrow.
We're gonna give it all to you. We're
That's
gonna
it.
give it all to you. No Shador Sanders hate
Nope.
from us. Ain't
No
happening.
hate tomorrow.
Ain't
Well, look,
happening. Last word, bro.
man, good show tonight. It's good to have Alyssa on. Very, very proud of her. She's gonna do great things at William Carey. I cannot wait to see what William Carey has out there. I definitely want to go out there for a couple home games, but I'm very happy for Marcus and his wife and his family. I grew up with the man, and it's amazing what his
That man
kids are
don't know
doing.
you,
It's amazing what he's, huh?
That man don't know you, man.
Come on, bro. You can go ahead there, dog. But yeah, man. I'm amazed. I'm amazed at how the elevation that he has made as a man and as a dad for his kids, man. I'm very amazed at that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very proud of him, man. I know you're gonna be having a tear in your eye for their graduation. I already know, bro. So trust me on that.
Marcus about to break down,
Proud
boy.
of him.
When that announcer listen name, boy, I can see Marcus
Ooh,
taking them
Marcus gonna
glasses
be
off, boy.
yeah, them tears coming out, bro. It's
Tears of
coming out,
joy, my
bro.
brother. Tears of joy.
Tears of joy.
Yeah.
Indeed, man.
Uh,
Last time I had a tears of joy moment was when I graduated from college from Nicholls State. And not just that, I remember when my nephew finished that saying, oh, my youngest one. And it was just the fact that I was there for the graduation, and it was my youngest and my oldest nephew there, three different generations graduated from St. Augustine. We took a picture together. When the alma mater was playing, the tears came out because it was just the fact of the matter is, it was the year before my 20th reunion. And it's just a fact, all these years later, I wish my dad would have been living that day. because, like I said, 3 generations of Purple Knights that finished. So that was an amazing day.
I don't know when her graduation is, but Marcus, I'm supposed to be in Ponchatoula next Saturday, bruh. Next Saturday, with me in Ponchatoula. Marcus, when I finish that tournament, what's happening, man? We getting together, going to that little pond behind your house and do some fishing, all right? That's what I want to do.
I might have to join you.
You doing baseball? Bye.
I do. I got to see what the schedule looking like, because it depends on what time it starts. I know it's probably 2 games on Saturday, but we'll see. The tournament is in Denham Springs at that.
Right down.
That's what I'm saying.
Right down Florida Boulevard, pretty much. You can go down. So, all right, everybody, we are done here. Tomorrow, mañana, we want everybody here. Watch along draft party. I'm about to tell VK. I'm gonna send him the link, and he's gonna go post it all on Facebook and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna send you the link for Alyssa too, and you could tag Coach Trish so she can see what her former player said about her.
Yes.
I know how much she loves Alyssa. But other than that,
barbecue. Oh, we too late. The barbecue is this Sunday. Oh man.
Oh, this Sunday barbecue? Yo, bro, I ain't doing nothing.
You lucky, dude. I'm like, I got baseball Sunday. So
Just let me know if I'm invited or not, bro. Take that drive. You know what I'm saying? Sunday, I ain't doing nothing Sunday.
Marcus got you got the invite.
Nah,
Marcus, if we had our games earlier, I would definitely get with Jared and we take that ride up there to Ponchatoula. But I got everything scheduled for Saturday and Sunday this weekend for this last series.
We just say he taking a ride with me. You see how you don't ever ask?
I was going to ask you, my friend. I was going to ask you.
You should have said it on here live. Nah, gotcha.
Oh,
no, that's why I gotta be telling him. You didn't ask me. Pull up. All right.
Pull up.
Yeah.
Pull up, dude. You got it. Save me a plate.
This like a graduation party for Alyssa. Go get Alyssa a gift. Oh, what time did it start for? It's my goddaughter's birthday too. Oh man.
Oh,
all right. I'm gonna try to do 2 in 1. Hit both up.
If it's a graduation party, let me know. I'll make sure I send JB. I might have to send you for a son's birthday.
Okay, cool. All right.
Now, if you got something for Alyssa down the line for the graduation, let us know or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the older son. That's the one that played at Riverside.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. That's what's up. All right, people. We are done for today. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the Hash It Out Show.
I'm Coach Ramirez L. Page, the head football coach at John F. Kennedy High.
At Bayou AV Security, we are your one-stop shop for all your needs, whether it's enhancing your home entertainment system, securing your property, ensuring a seamless internet connection, or illuminating your outdoor spaces. We've got you covered. Bayou AV Security, where technology meets reliability. Call us today to experience the Bayou difference.
JFK Martial Arts offers a wide variety of martial arts programs for kids, teens, and adults as they empower lives through martial arts. Please give them a call at 985-266-0664, and don't forget to ask about their 1-week free special.